My wife and I moved 400 miles for a fresh start, but my ex from 17 years ago lives next door. I will preface that this is the most absurd thing that has ever happened to me in my entire life. Me, 37M, and my wife, 32F, just moved about 400 miles away from our families into a neighborhood that is mainly young families in a small suburb of a medium-sized city. My wife got a great job in the city we live in, and the burb we moved to has some of the best schools in the state, so it made sense since we are trying to have kids. I will say with 100% confidence that I love my wife on every level possible. She is witty, smart, beautiful, we have amazing chemistry physically, and we share so much in common. In no way am I even considering or ideating a scenario where it isn't my wife and I until the end. I was taking moving boxes to the street yesterday afternoon and I saw my neighbor get out of his car and start unloading groceries. I wave, he waves, I go back and get more boxes, and as I was getting to the top of my driveway my stomach dropped. With 99% certainty the woman, comes to help him with the groceries. I hadn't seen her in 17 years, but she looked more or less the same. Immediately 180'd and walked inside. Please don't judge, but I creeped a bit and confirmed it was her and her husband through her socials. We broke up because I got deployed, and after a stop-loss extension, she and I went our separate ways and it crushed me, but I've moved on and I am genuinely happy and content with my life and its trajectory. My dilemma, that will have to be solved before Sunday night, is that my next door neighbor invited us and the rest of the street to a block party she is hosting where everyone will be there, and my wife happily agreed. My wife and I talk about everything, and this isn't a should I tell her or not tell her a moment in our lives. I would never keep this from her, but having a woman who destroyed my confidence and self-esteem and took me years to get over, and my wife knows about how that impacted me, and the subsequent journey of getting my shit together literally living 2 doors away creates a very weird dynamic in my mind. It brings up feelings I haven't had to grapple with in over a decade. Just reminds me of a super dark place, post-deployment, being a civilian again, all alone, drunk, etc. I don't want my wife to feel threatened even though she knows she's got me happily whipped, but what the fuck is the protocol for living near your ex? Update: surprised my wife with lunch and met some of her new coworkers. I told her the situation and she called me a stalker and said we could have tried to see if they had a room to rent and saved money on a down payment lol. I explained some additional viewpoints brought up by this post, and we agreed that the best approach is to just wait to the party and say hi, make sure we address the elephant in my room, that we dated a long time ago, and give congrats on their marriage, make small talk, and then introduce ourselves to the other families. Easy peasy. Cheers.